Amazon pilot season is amongst us this time. It is 3 half-hour programmes, comedy programmes, that they have put out for us to vote on to see what we're going to get to go to series. I sat one night, I just indulged in all 3 of these pilots that are on Amazon Prime, and I wanted to share my thoughts on what I'm voting for. So first up is I Love Dick, which stars Catherine Hahn, Kevin Bacon and Griffin Dunne. And it's about a documentarian who moves to Texas with her writer partner who is going to go on a course with Kevin Bacon's character, Dick, the titular character. And this was the only one of the pilots that I couldn't make it all the way through. I just struggled. At the 8-minute mark, I considered turning it off. I tried to persevere through. I got to 18 minutes and I was like, enough is enough. It's not funny, it's not interesting characters, I just don't like it. Off it goes. Which is a shame because I like everybody that's involved with it, but the plot was not interesting, the characters weren't that interesting, and I had 0 laughs whatsoever. For a comedy pilot, it's not the best thing. Okay, next up is a remake of The Tick, a TV show that was out in the 90s, and again, this is supposed to be a comedy pilot, but I didn't really find anything particularly funny in it. Now, I did like the characters, and I kind of was interested in the story a little bit. If this went to series, I'd probably go back and watch it, but it wasn't something that I was really dying to move on to the next episode. I wanted to continue and just watch it all in a marathon session. I thought the character of the Tick is going to take a few episodes to get into because I found him rather grating, and I thought his lines were supposed to be funny, but they just weren't. The character of Arthur, I kind of liked what they'd done with it, and when at the end of the episode it finishes, I liked where that was going to go, and I liked the bad guy played by Jackie Earle Healy. Now, I don't really know much about the Tick. I didn't see much of the animated season, I didn't see much of the live action show that was out earlier. I would be curious to see where this went, but if I'm judging it on a comedy, it failed miserably. I had so much more going for it, just in the comedy standards wasn't that great. If it goes to series, I wouldn't complain too much, but I would check it out. And finally, on to the last of the 3 comedy pilots, and that was Jean-Claude Van Johnson. This was by far and away my favourite of the 3. It stars Jean-Claude Van Damme, who's playing a caricature of himself. He's a washed-up action movie star who used to work for the CIA, and he decides to go back and work for them again. And to get into his sort of CIA role or situations, he has to take these crappy straight-to-DVD action movies so he can get to a certain country and do his spy mission, which is hilarious because it's got so much self-referential stuff to the movies that he's been putting out recently. And I found this had ridiculously riotous laughs. I barely laughed several times at it. I'm a huge Jean-Claude Van Damme fan anyway. I like all his stuff from the early 90s and a couple of the things he's done since then. But I found this to be one of the best. I am literally on the edge of my seat hoping that this goes to season because I would mainline this stuff. It was fantastic. It was clever. It was funny. It had some amazing one-liners. It had some cool action in it with Van Damme doing what he does best. It had everything going for it. So when I went to my ratings and voted for it, I gave Jean-Claude Van Damme across the board pass max. I cannot wait to see it. Let me know in the comments box below what you thought of these pilots if you watched them all and what you voted for as your favourite. And I'll see you next time on Man vs Film. So thanks for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you notice on screen there is 2 more videos that you can click and watch. There is also a large subscribe button at the bottom of the screen if you would like to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching and I will see you next time on Man vs Film.